Hey, Jay.
Hello.
Happy bloody Valentine's. How are you?
Yay.
Yay.
I'm good.
Hey, guys. Hey, good. It's, it's going to be a little different tonight, huh? Just a little bit. Did you like my sort of surprise? Because, um, I can't take surprises. I like surprises, but everybody knows the bear likes to talk. Like, I can't keep anything like this to myself. So I told Jay I was going to surprise him. And then, like, when I made the thumbnail, I'm like, look, isn't this good? Like, look what I did. I was just like throwing it all over the place. So
And
he
I was like,
kind of,
wait a minute. Wasn't I supposed to
yeah.
be surprised?
Yeah, well, surprise, you're not surprised. There's the surprise. Surprise, you're not surprised. So there you go.
There you go.
What you yeah. Um no, you're not, Krabby. I just had to unmute him because he was typing during the video. So I got to mute Jay. And I have to say, it felt good. It felt good.
I don't remember typing. That's the second time you've done that. And I was like, I don't remember typing.
I don't know what you were doing, but it was noisy, and the video was going off, and so I muted myself. I didn't just mute Jay; I muted myself too. But that's what happened. That's why when we came up, you couldn't hear anything right away. That's it. I know, right? Right? Like, I know it's not sneaky. I did it. I'm telling you, it's not sneaky about it all. Like, bam, like Jay, bam. There you go. Like, it wasn't, but anyway. So for today, as you see, I did drop in the description a couple of things we're going to be talking about today. But I found, Jay, as you know, I found a serial killer that only killed on Valentine's Day. Yeah, the Valentine's Day killer, and he's quite interesting. He's from Italy. And did you read anything about him? I hope I don't mispronounce his name.
I read all time. I read all kinds of stuff
about him. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I thought today, everybody, we would just start with tonight. Actually, we're going to start with this Valentine's Day killer. Because it's Valentine's Day. By the way, happy bloody Valentine's Day to you all, however you celebrate. I don't like this holiday. I'll be honest with you. I have issues. Okay, the bear has issues with this whole thing. And I'm not feeling very good about it this year either. On top of everything else, it's just not my day. So we're going to talk about like killing people because
nothing says Valentine's Day like a bloody corpse.
That's right, because that's how the bear is going to get back in my fields. I'm going to talk about killing people and what we legally do about it. Throw bodies all over the place. Why not? Why not?
Stone them to death.
No, I couldn't find one of those. I did. You know how? Yeah, I did. I tried. Oh, did you? Good. Did you have it? Good. I'll give you next.
Yeah.
Do you want? Wait.
It's part of the Gagliano part.
Is it part of it? Okay, so let me start, and then Jay, you did me good. I might even feel good about Valentine's Day after that. Let's make it. Let's make it a bloody good time and see what happens. Okay, so this guy's name is, let me just mangle this up for you all. And come at me, please, if I do mispronounce it, because I want to do better all the time. But his name is Bartolomeo Gagliano. Now, I can say Gagliano. I'm from Jersey. There's plenty of Gaglianos around here. So, but Bartolomeo, I don't know.
You want to know how it's pronounced?
Yeah, go.
Bartolomeo.
Oh, you gotta do that. It makes it sound all that, but I guess it is all that.
Bartolomeo Gagliano.
Okay, so I gotta say it like I'm ordering a pizza. Okay.
Yeah, Raven showed me how to pronounce it. Raven showed me how to pronounce it right.
Thank you, Raven.
Because even I was like Bartolomeo.
Yeah. Wait, say it again, Jay.
Bartolomeo
Gagliano. Okay, all right. Oh, thank you, Pickle. Bartolomeo Gagliano. Gagliano, I got. We're going to just call him Gagliano because that Barto thing, that's too much. That's too much for me.
Just call him Bart.
Bart. Murderous Bart, okay, was a mentally ill serial killer, okay? He is called the Valentine's Day serial killer. This happened back in not too long ago, like 1989 for you little chickens in there, and for some of us old schoolers, we may remember a little bit. It was probably when we were kids. 1989 in February, of course, because, Valentine's Day killer. They arrested him quite quickly after the murders, he had 3 murders that they convicted him of and they found. Okay. It happened in Savona, Genoa, Italy. It happened in Genoa, Italy. It was a quick case. Okay. They are dated from 1981 to 1989, the 3 of them. Okay. They don't really give me too much on the actual murders, do they?
Well, you want to
Jay?
know? I will tell you.
Okay, so I'm going to pass it.
I did some
Yeah.
research.
Okay, because this is why we have Jay. Jay's really good at this. So, Jay, I'm going to let you talk about the murders, and then I want to talk about what happened to him after he went to prison and stuff, because that's lit. Like, that's my legal part. Like that was fun. But would you like to go over the murders? Because like he actually, he did some. Let me just say, he was brutal in his murder. Like, he wasn't messing around. He just knocked them right in the damn head, like with a rock, smashed them in the head. Like, It was an emotional, there was something personal about this. Plus, it's Valentine's Day. So go ahead, Jay. Give us the deets. Tell us.
In the original filing, what he was arrested for in the 80s was for killing 3 prostitutes. One of them he fatally stoned to death. The other 2, there wasn't much information other than he killed them also, but it was the fatal stoning of a prostitute in 81, for which he was found incapable of understanding what he had done.
This is the mentally ill part, right?
Yeah. He was, from that, he was sent to the asylum of the criminally insane. But just before his release date, mind you, he only got 13 years.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got 13 years. Just before his release date, he escaped.
He did, right from the insane asylum. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He's like, I'm not that crazy. I'm out of here. You're not putting me in prison. Yeah.
So this time he teamed up with fellow inmate. I lost it. Where'd it go? What was the other inmate's name? It started with an M, I thought.
Which one?
The inmate he escaped with. Nope. Fellow inmate Francesco Seda. And that was in 89. So those 2 of them broke out and went on a killing spree. Less than a month after their invasion, the park killed the Uruguayan transsexual Nahir Fernandez with a shot through the mouth. 3 days later, on Valentine's Day, they killed another transvestite, and that's where they got the nickname the Valentine's Day Killers in wake of the game. And then 24 hours later, they gunned down another prostitute named Laura Baldi, but despite her injuries to neck and face, she survived. They're big. And there was one thing that wasn't in that article that I found in another one. He had been previously convictions for robbery, drugs, weapon possession, aggravation, and extortion. During his very first escape, it is believed that he had shot his girlfriend in the chin and fled the scene. She was found laying nude on the bed, holding her underwear to her neck to try to stop the bleeding. So that's all the fun stuff. Now
that's the fun stuff. Yeah. But isn't it? It's very interesting that they like got together and they just went out there, and just did, just escaped and just did some more. Like he found a buddy. It's just like they just went out there and boom and did whatever. It's just but yeah, he's definitely crazy. But actually, but I don't know like how crazy, because like he got out just to continue with his murders, so I'm wondering if he actually was planning on just using this as an excuse in Italy.
No, actually he wasn't.
No? How crazy was he, Jay? Tell me. Like I'm leading you here. Can you tell? Yeah. I'm just like
under the Italian justice system. Oh nope, that's the article for later.
Okay.
I'm like, wait a minute, machete. Nope, wrong one. So he was because he killed the 2 murders of 2 prostitutes and transvestite in the 80s. He was sent to a criminal psychiatric ward in 1981 for the stoning death of the prostitute because he was mentally incapable of understanding the crimes that he did were wrong.
Really?
Yeah. And under the United States justice system, that would be known as innocent due to insanity.
Okay.
So what they did is they sent him to the asylum, and he was undergoing treatment. They had him like a compassionate release type thing where he could leave and come back, which he did a couple times, no issues. The last time he decided he was going to feed it out of there in 1989 and head to France because he was supposed to go see his mother, but he decided to go to France instead.
That's what I want to talk about. Like he actually and they did catch him, and they did end up putting it. But that's just wild, right? He goes out on a 2-day. First of all, all right. Do you find it odd that they let people that are convicted of killing people are mentally insane out on 2-day leaves? Like what?
What? So I actually found what constitute good behavior, because that's why he was let out, was due to good behavior. Okay, so
yeah, but still he killed somebody. Like unsupervised. That leave is not supervised. You're okay, here you go. Come back in 2 days. Like, come on. So like danger. I agree with you, Coconut. Danger, Will Robinson. Like what actual heck is going on here? Like I found that very, very disturbing. But it didn't happen in my country. So
it's Italy, so a whole different set. So what the magistrate Daniela Verina claimed that Gagliano's prison reports indicated no psychopathological signs to warrant concerns of him leaving. And other prison officials had made other similar evaluations. So, like I said, he had received a day pass twice before and came back, although a chaplain had been with him on one trip. So he was considered one of those guys that, once he's in prison, he was a good boy.
You know what? I'm just not feeling that, Jay. How good a boy are you after 3 murders? And they took a rock and beat them in the head. Like, we're not.
Well, you got to remember, though, he only got 9 years. He only got 9 years for those first 3 killings because of reason of insanity.
I think Italy has a wonderful cuisine. I think it's a beautiful country. I think it's a great place to be. I would just advise all our murder minions, do not vacation around Valentine's Day over there. Okay, they got issues about this. I'm just saying. It just is actually making me feel a little bit better.
We had talked before on the show, though, that the United States has one of the strongest penalties for crimes. In most countries, a life sentence isn't any more than 15 or 20 years.
Hey, well, we're judgmental. We are, pretty judgmental assholes here. I will admit. And we also have that like rules for thee and not for me thing going on in the justice system. And I admit it. Like I crack up in our own system like all the time. But when it comes to this, like I do not think. And I will research this. And if you find it, come for me because I will correct myself. But I do not believe he would have got a 2-day pass to go any fucking where here. Like
not to US,
no. You kill 3 people and we lock you up in the asylum for it, and then I know there's not like, oh, you feel better? Is that headache gone? Okay, you can go out there and go visit your mama. No. That's not see it happening.
Raven had pointed out before too, in Germany, after you get out of your life sentence, you get a new identity and get to start all over.
And in some ways, I kind of agree that, like, it is in some situation. And all right, I guess I have to look at it bigger, but just touching the surface of it, I can understand why Germany does that. In a way, if you've served your time, I do believe if you pay the penalty for the crime, you need a little grace. Like you do get to start over again. But how do I feel about that with the taking of a life or certain crimes against children? I don't feel it. and I'll be honest, and I'll be a judgmental asshole. I'm telling you, when it comes to murder, in the taking of another's life, if it was with intent, I'm not talking manslaughter where you hit somebody with their car and they passed or something like that, where some act of yours causes the death of another, but you did not actively go and murder that person. Do you know what I mean, Jay? Like, if the intent was not there to end their life, but it happened, I don't think they should be judged as harshly for that. That case, I would definitely give them a new identity and let them start over. They probably have enough guilt if they're reasonable person to deal with. I do believe in starting over for certain things, but murder in certain child offenses, not there. And I probably will never get there. And I'm a pretty reasonable person, but that's where I draw the line. The rest of Port Germany, I think that convicts have a hard time starting over, especially here in our country, don't they, Jay? I mean, you could probably go back, if I went to get for a job, you could probably go back 30 years and just look for a drug offense or something on me. Like here in America, when you get hired for something, like they go into everything now. And, people are judged really harshly. It's really hard to get, to move yourself up. They pull everything they can up from your past. So, having a new identity as a convict would probably give them a leg up,
Nikki,
oh,
that's
yes,
rude.
thank Nikki.
Nikki, that is rude.
No, that's not rude. That's not rude. Kick him. That's how you kick Jay where it hurts, because Jay is a coffee hating asshole. Yes, he is. And thank you, Nikki. And if you do go forward with what you were going to go forward with tonight, just put it in the chat if you are. But anyway, I wish you good luck, and I think it's amazing either way. But I don't want to say it unless you're doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, girl? So it's your announcement. I don't want to take it from you. But hey, props. Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Raven said it was someone who had served time for killing a 4-year-old boy that gave her the information on Germany.
Then I'm with you, Raven. I'm not for that. Like, I am not for that at all. Oh, no. That's like a twofer. It's against the child plus it's murder. Like, no, that's crazy. But I understand that they're probably doing it in the long run to protect themselves from all of the extra work they're going to have to do if they put that man on the streets with his name. Can you imagine you put somebody that hurt a child like that out on the streets with their real name, somebody coming for him, and the police and everybody else are going to have to get involved with all this extra protection orders and all these other things. So maybe they do it for them too. Like, you know what? Oh, all right. They're not going to announce it, Nikki May is launching her channel tonight. She's going to be doing a panel commentary later on. It's on Twitter. It's there. Mrs. Cassandra or anybody find the link, drop it for Nikki's channel, at least once down there for everybody to find for later on tonight. And I wish you well, Nikki. Cool. And thanks for the honor.
Now, going back to Bart, the thing that I thought was interesting in the case was the legal part of it, like you were talking about, and not so much the legal aspect, but the difference between Italy's criminal justice system and the United States. Because like you had said earlier, how did he get a 2-day pass for killing 3 people?
Exactly.
That's the thing I found the most interesting. And the odd thing enough, when you type in Bart's name and try to look up stuff, unless you can read Italian, all you get really is stuff about him escaping. I had to dig deep. I was probably 7 or 8 pages in before I found the one about him shooting his girlfriend in the chin. But most of it's in Italian. I don't speak Italian, so I mean, even on Murderpedia, which everybody knows, we love to go to Murderpedia. That's all it's on Murderpedia, is about him escaping, and there's nothing about
that was the most exciting, because actually, they weren't so impressed that he went for like prostitutes, I guess. And he did like just hit them in the head. It wasn't nothing fantastical with the murders, except for that they were murders, there was no, like some of the things, there was no heads in pots, there was no skinning, there was no notes sent to the police, there was no, you know what I mean, there was none of that extra stuff that they put on these things. I don't want to say like murder was, it was just a murder, like that's not what I mean. Of course I feel bad, like 3 people lost their lives, and he was pretty violent with the rock thing. Like I'm a little annoyed with him for that. Absolutely.
Well, did you hear the reason? Did you see the reason why he killed those people?
No.
His reason, the reason for him killing those people, even after he escaped, was because they were spreading HIV, and they needed to be exterminated.
So this is his way to treat STDs, was he? Like, okay. So all right. He was okay. Well, there you go. I guess he was a little mentally unstable, a little bit.
It would be what we consider a mission-oriented killer.
Yeah, this is definitely true. Coming in with the facts here and labeling it the way it needs to be laid. You know what? In Italy, the manhunt was the biggest thing about that, because he took all these resources. They were so upset that he just walked away.
Yeah,
like they had all of these. It hit all the papers. Like all the articles I'm finding are from like all over the UK, Australia, like everywhere. None of the United States. They didn't report on it very. One of the articles I'm finding for that period, 2013, when he walked away from the mental institute, were like, he was serving time, Go ahead.
Sorry. Well, I was just going to say they stole a bakery truck.
Yeah. It's cool, right? Like a little bit up, and they just drove away. But he never made it back to that cell, But now when they arrested him, they did actually, after a couple of days, and they brought him in for trial, and they actually they put him in jail. Like he had to go to jail. Now he's not in the mental jail.
Yeah.
But I think he's free now, right?
No, he is dead.
Committed
suicide. Yep, he committed suicide.
Wait a minute. Where did you find that?
It was one of the articles I read. All the date was just said January 22nd. I couldn't find the year.
But my God, it's got to be after 2013, because they got him in December, like 19th or so, like right after, like within that week. He was out on the 18th and 19th. Like he was that Wednesday. They had him back in jail that week.
So yeah, like I said, I don't know if it was it didn't give any information where he was, where what had happened. It just said that he had committed suicide, and the only date, like I said, it was like a two sentence thing that said convicted serial killer, Valentine's Day massacre, or the Valentine's Day killer committed suicide, and that was it.
Okay, so Seda, which was his partner, Francesca Seda, who broke out with him back then and before the killing, he actually died in 1994. Okay, and they said that Gagliano kept on exploiting. Oh, he's not in prison. He was back. The first time they sent him back to another more secure mental facility, but he kept getting those. Here's it goes. This I'm going to read it to you, because I tell you, it's like, I can't believe this. Actually, Gagliano and Seda were remanded to another psychiatric institute. Seda died in 1994, while Gagliano kept on exploiting generous day releases to evade, commit robberies, thefts, and assaults. He was serving the last of a jail sentence for a series of robberies at the Genoa Marassi prison. "We didn't see it coming," said the warden. "Lately, his behavior had much been improved, so we keep giving him the time out." All right, so he escapes. He kills a bunch of more people. He goes back again, and they're still, after a certain period of time, giving this guy day passes. Like, come on. Come on, this can't be. This just cannot be. Okay. Oh man. So they got that delivery van at gunpoint. Where'd they get the gun? Where'd he get the gun?
It didn't say. They probably found it on the street. It is Italy.
No, I mean when they broke out, they took a gun to the delivery guy's van to take his van to get the heck out of there.
Oh, they probably stole it from a guard then.
Yeah, I'm thinking like they're not giving us all the. I think they're embarrassed. That's why we can't get all the deets. And I can't blame them. I'd be a little embarrassed at this point.
Well, all that information probably could have been found in the Italian articles, but.
Oh, where do you get this? The staff at Genoa's Marassi Penitentiary, the mental health where he's serving his time under a mental health hold. They're claiming they had no idea that he was a convicted serial killer when they gave him the 2-day pass.
Yeah, I seen that. I'm like, really?
Okay,
how is that not in his file?
We did not know he had criminal history. For us, he was only a robber who took a rock to a prostitute's head until she was dead. Okay, but he's just a robber. What? Like, come on. Like, this is, yeah, there's more. This just makes me crazy. Not only did they not give us enough information, what information they did give us is just not making, it's just not sitting well with me at all.
Sure.
It is useless to deny that this will be a blow to our attempts to make prisons more civil and able to fulfill their rehabilitation function. True story. Best quote yet in there. Like, I'm behind you on that, Warden. Like, that's a good statement, and I'm glad you ended with that because whoa, Oh man, it does not say. Why doesn't Murderpedia have his death? Why is it not updated?
I don't know. He doesn't even have a Wikipedia page.
No. I don't know. But we have more fun. I don't know. You guys, can we put this silly man to rest? Like, because although he's the Valentine's Day killer, I think he could have did better to represent the holiday personally. But I will look for more for next year. But he was at least entertaining because he's crazy. I mean, like, he's with a nice Chianti, Jay. Oh, you guys are killing me. Hey, Dav, welcome. And hey, everybody else that has joined since. I'm sitting on my hands trying not to type. You know how I love to type to you all, but you can hear it because my mic is still having problems. And
Miss Cassandra, this sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, could you not rub it in, please, there, Mrs. Cassandra, please? Like, I'm having issues as it is. I hate this day. Anyway, so let's move on to the next story. Is everybody now? Since we're talking crazy, right, Jay?
You want to go to that crazy?
Well, hell no. And since we're talking crazy, let's talk about everybody's favorite judge writer. Crazy ass defendant, Letecia Stauch. Leticia!
Now see, this is the surprise because I didn't look up none of this. I don't know nothing.
Well,
this would be new to me too. So,
although my bloody Valentine, which was Gagliano, was a bit of an Italian cream puff, so to speak, compared to the other stuff we have today, I did want to leave with the soft touch. He's actually that killer with the rocks and the prostitutes and getting out of the mental institute is actually the soft part of this episode. So here we go. Because Leticia finally filed a motion. You know what? This might be the sanest thing she did. And remember, I said that this may be the sanest thing that this woman has done. Let me guess.
Let me guess before you say it. Let me guess. She wants the autopsy suppressed from the kid.
Well, yes, she probably does. I think that's next. But nope, that's not what she did. So you actually don't know? I'm actually going to surprise you.
No, I don't know. I purposely did not look anything up this week because you said you were going to surprise me.
Who would have thought you actually listened to the band? You actually listened to me? Oh my God! Don't give me that kind of power, Jay. Like, I don't know. I might be tempted. To rule a little bit. I don't know, but anyway, listen. This is good. Jay. You can't get. I'll give you one more guess. If it wasn't suppress the autopsy, which I'm not saying is not on the table because I'm pretty much.
Wait a minute. You know what? I think I did see this.
All right, then don't look. All right, then don't say it. I'll say it. Like, don't you blow my coat. Don't you blow my...
I think I may have seen it. Okay. But I think it was before you said it was going to be a surprise. So
okay, so this hot mess of legal quagmire and just joyous ridiculousness in her behavior. Okay, so she has decided to petition the court to change her plea to not guilty for reasons of insanity.
Yep, I did read that.
You did it. And they granted it. He took a fucking hot second and a half and said, done. Oh, yeah. There you go. Done. Yep. The judge said, absolutely, Leticia. You're nuts. That makes sense. Here you go. Change that plea because, girl, we don't want a mistrial. Girl, I'm not looking forward to 10 years of appeals with your crazy ass. Like,
So
no.
If it's the same information that I read, she will be evaluated by the defense and the prosecution.
Still, that's still going to happen. Like, they already ordered that. Remember, we talked about that last time. They said that they are going to allow for the reasons of insanity, but that actual judgment and that report is actually going to weigh in on whether everything is even going to go forward. Because remember, she's still playing not guilty. She's not saying I did it, but I'm insane. She's saying I didn't do it, but I'm insane. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's not guilty. So she's not admitting to anything here. So they can't go ahead with anything, even if they agree that she's crazy on that. But anyway, they also still have to go forward with the motion to move the venue. Like, she still wants the venue
that I
moved.
didn't know.
Yeah, they're still have not weighed in on that. They did not. Prosecutors wouldn't even speak up about this at all. They said, nope, go ahead, judge. Do what you want to do. They had no way in whatsoever. But you know that over in the prosecutor's office, there was a party. Can you all see it? I can see it. They're all dancing around the desks. They're going, yeah, because the chances now of a mistrial are less. The chances of a true appeal are less, because I could just see appeal after appeal after appeal after appeal after appeal going with this one, just the way she's been functioning. Like the Judge Werner said that a new date would be set after the court receives an initial evaluation of the defendant. They're still waiting. Remember, they ordered that mental evaluation a while ago, and that is scheduled. Everybody gets to. Plus, now there'll be depositions taken by the prosecutor's office and the defense office about those reports with the people that are involved. So there's a little bit more that gets added. And that's what Jay was bringing up, that there would be both sides get to weigh in on it. In other words, they get those reports and then they get to prepare a motion on what should be done about those reports based on it. Like, so that we know the process here. That's what's coming next. Okay. Stauch's attorneys also filed a motion to waive a jury trial, citing pretrial publicity and concerns over the ability to find a fair jury pool. And the DA declined to consent to that charge, saying that he wanted to see results of the evaluation first. In other words, they're not weighing in till we know how batshit crazy you are.
Yeah.
How batshit crazy you are before we even do anything to our case, because like we know you're guilty. We're going to prosecute you, but we want to know the best way to do it so that we don't get it a mistrial or an appeal. Okay. Werner put off the decision on that motion, and he said that he would delay them until the trial gets to the jury selection. In other words, he may delay it right up until the beginning to decide whether it'll be a jury trial or not. She also has other charges. And I mentioned this a while back, like in the beginning, that she tried to escape. Like, she got out of her handcuffs and attacked a deputy.
No, I didn't know
during
that.
transport. Oh yeah, during transport from South Carolina to Colorado, and plotting to escape from the El Paso County Jail, where she was before they sent her to the mental facility for evaluation. And those charges are all separate from this criminal matter. So even though, like, she said she's crazy, she got other things going on. Like, she got other charges coming on. She not only tried once, but twice. Okay, like, I told you she is our favorite hot mess. So happy Valentine's Day.
So
thank you, Leticia.
Raven asked, is it not guilty because of her mental state, or she didn't do it and her mental state? Or is it just an attempt to avoid a trial?
It is to me, if you ask, all right, my opinion, just as a bear, not as a lawyer or anything, no professional claim to this opinion at all. My considered is that it is just to reduce sentencing. It is also just to reduce where she actually serves her time. I think she's getting an inkling. All right, remember what happened last week? All those motions to suppress the evidence were thrown out, denied. And not only just thrown out is unreasonable, because they were smart. They don't want an appeal, right? They cited the law as to why they could go forward with it. They already debunked the appeal by putting the case law in there, like why they were going forward. Remember, I was reading like why. Okay, they did that. That was smart. That was very smart. I was really happy to see that. I think it is to reduce sentencing. I think when she's pleading this is like under the advice of the attorneys right now with everything, because they lost all those motions, to soften the blow. There's a strong case against her. Okay, and to where she serves her time, because when you say not guilty by mental status, you're fighting the charges, and you want to prove that you want the other side to prove the case. It's just you're not confessing. You know what I mean? It's just a plea. Before, the plea was just not guilty, and she was saying as if she didn't do it. Now she's saying I didn't do it, and oh, by the way, I got some mental issues going on. It's like a and by the way, if that's what you're asking me, Raven. So it's additional information for what happens when they find her guilty, or if they find her guilty. I think it's a win. I'll go out there and say that, not an if, but.
Oh yeah, there's so much evidence against her, and proof that she did it. There is no way she's getting off. I mean, she may end up spending the rest of her days in a mental ward, but she's never going to be a free woman again.
No, and as far as like trying to avoid a trial, I don't think she could avoid a trial, because even if it's like not a jury trial, it would be a judge trial. He gets to weigh in on everything anyway and decide right then and there. Is she still going up on trial? Unless she confesses and says she did it, she can't avoid that. She can't avoid taking the power away from them to say whether she did it or not. You know, the only power she has is to say for herself she did it before they prove she did it. You know what I'm saying? Or try to prove. So I doubt she will ever confess, because there's always that small chance that they won't prove their case, right? And so it's not in her best interest to come forward and confess. It's in the best interest of the family and everybody involved, and it's the right thing to do, in my humble opinion. But, you know, legally for her, it is not a smart move, in my opinion.
Pickles got a question. Said, is she ex-military or is her husband military? I can't remember. Is this the case with the military spouse?
I think he is the military spouse, believe. Yeah.
Yeah, he was military. She was the spouse. I don't remember. And there's so much confusion with this case.
Stauch is listed on two of there's a Stauch update just separate, and also in True Legal and Crime she will be listed in some of the other episodes. It's usually in the title if you want to look. I try to put the names there so you can find them easy. There's a playlist listed in the description below if you want to refresh on the case itself, because it's a lot. We're tracking like 10, 15 cases right now. So when you ask me a detail like that, I'm not trying to avoid. I'm just giving you the real information is down there with the actual fact. I do believe it is a military husband, but I could be wrong. You'll find the absolute fact down there when we discussed it in the video. You know, it's just a lot. Like, I can't keep all their husbands straight, let alone their names, you know. You know what I mean? You know, but Stauch is a favorite of mine. Like, she's a little nut. She's a little nut. Well, as far as the case, Jay, what do you think now? What do you think this is going to do for that trial?
I don't think we're going to see much or hear anything much from now on, until it happens. I think honest opinion is I don't think they're going to find her mentally insane. I think they're going to go, no, she's good.
I wish they had a classification for mentally manipulative, because that would be for most of these people trying to claim that they are insane and they shouldn't be tried accordingly. It's mostly just manipulation. I really do believe she's just trying again to manipulate the system some more, since they're not writing back to her, since she's sending all those lovely letters to the judge and not getting any responses back, except for getting slammed in court. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So, and on that, Jay, you have anything else on this one you'd like to
on Nut Job? No, I got nothing left on Nut Job.
So then let's move on to number 3 before we end up here.
I got this one.
Yeah, you got this one?
This one's mine.
No, let me start with the bloody.
You want to start? All right.
Damn it, it's start. My bloody Valentine, and I want to cut it up.
Yeah, but I brought this case to you, though.
I know, but there's the key word. You brought this case to me. therefore mine. Okay. Yes. The mentally manipulated should definitely be a thing. I agree. Because that's definitely a thing. Okay. So Jay did. I give Jay credit. Jay did. Oh, why is this not loading? Jay brought this case to me. And this is a bit disturbing because it's close, Jay. I know you were trying to terrorize me with this. I know. He's like, oh, yeah, look what happened in your backyard. Like, where do you live? Like, how close is this? No. Boyfriend hacked off girlfriend's head over threat to his masculinity. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, people. Happy Valentine's Day. This is how you express your joy, Okay. Where did it go? Oh, crap. Okay. Where? Jay, it just disappeared on me again. I'm getting pissed. I hate Yahoo. By the way, people, if you can find it anywhere else but Yahoo, send it to me that way because Yahoo it stinks anyway. But anyway, anyway, in Pennsylvania, which is the next step over, this man, Nicholas Peter Scurria, he's 32 years old. He was actually arrested the other morning because he actually took a machete in the home in his suburban Philadelphia. He took a machete to his girlfriend, decapitated her, sawed her body into pieces in response to what he felt was a threat to his masculinity, as reported by the district attorney Jack Stahlsteimer last Friday. This was very interesting, Jay, because he is charged with 2 counts of murder, which we gotta go over that. Abuse of a corpse, which is obvious, and possession of an instrument of a crime. In other words, they caught him with the machete.
Oh, they caught him in the act.
Yeah. But where's the 2 counts of I have to. All right, I don't have the indictment. I don't have the arrest warrant, but I do have. Actually, I have part of an arrest warrant, but let me just get the rest of the facts here. It was in their apartment in Clifton Heights, okay? There was a report by somebody for domestic violence. It was like around 4:40 in the morning. They woke up to really loud screams, from somewhere in the apartment complex. They weren't really sure where. So the cops went there. The neighbor, who will not be identified by gender or anything, like they're protecting the neighbor because they don't. If for any reason Machete Man gets out, like they don't want him coming for him, I guess. But anyway, they actually said it became very quiet after the screaming, and then they heard sawing like sounds and shifting plastic materials. Now it sounds to me like he's the next door neighbor, right? Like he can hear through the wall. Like I don't really think he's very protected, he, she, or they, by gender-specific comments not being made. I mean, that's what the police are saying. We will not make gender-specific comments to protect the identity of the witness. And here they are saying, well, we heard the plastic shifting. We heard the plastic noises. I really don't think there's much protection here, but go on. One of the officers said when they first got to the first floor apartment, they walked back around, and when he peered through the bedroom window, he spotted Scurria sitting on the bed, cutting and sawing a female victim's left leg with the machete. The corpse was already beheaded, and the head was lying on the floor.
Yep, they caught him in the act.
In the act with the machete in hand. Like, this is going to be a quick, short trial. This is done. Okay. So, of course, they just bust in and they escort him to a squad car. He made some unsolicited statements. And this is why they're going around saying she assaulted, she offended my masculinity. Well, he kept saying she tried to cut my balls off. It's her fault. She tried to cut my balls off. That's what he kept saying in the back of the police car repeatedly, like not once, not twice, but over and over again. Okay. The defendant stated that during an argument, he knocked the victim unconscious after repeatedly striking her in the head and face. He also admitted to trying to get rid of the evidence by dismembering various parts of the victim's body. He had served time in jail for a burglary in 2011. There are some court files on file. And, I like some of these court reporters who actually will link everything they can find about a case to make it easier for people. Like, I really love when they do that. So praise to you reporters who actually report, thank you. Thank you very much. That horrible scene from the morning, the DA, Stallmeister, said, the morning's horrific murder is a sad reminder of the threat that many women face on a daily basis. And this is true. But on Valentine's Day, I would recommend that no matter how mad you are, do not threaten to cut off the balls of your partner. Story. It's just not a good look. It's a holiday. Come on, But anyway, this tickled me and fit right in, Jay. Just right in. It was just like, this is perfect. Based on the defendant's statement at the time of his arrest and in response to what the defendant perceived as a threat to his masculinity, he brutally killed and dismembered his victim, and his actions were cowardly as well as evil, and he will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Okay. Thank you, DA, for your strong statement about this. I do think this is a slam dunk case. They caught him in the act.
Yeah, and he admitted to it. So
he is currently in prison. He's awaiting hearing. That happened on the 11th. Okay, that they locked him up. He's got the reason that here's the answer. When they say something like two counts of murder, we know there's only one murder, right? There's one body. He killed one person, okay? But it's because of the levels of degree when they do the charges. So he is charged with murder of the first degree and murder of the third degree and possession of the instrument of crime and abusing a corpse, okay? And you may ask, and you should, right, murder minions? You're going to say, well, why first degree and third degree? It's a matter of sentencing, and it's a matter of going forward with the case with the evidence, okay? It could go one way or the other, and it also, when they do that, it's almost like telling the defendant ahead of time, let's make a deal. What do you want to do? Like, we don't want to waste time on you. You're guilty as a motherfucker. Like, give me your best plan, because we're locking your ass up. It's up to you when. And it's kind of like when they lay it down like that, they're saying, this is it. First degree and third degree have sentencing requirements. It's kind of telling the other side, pick between here, pick a number in between this stuff, and let's talk. It's just laying it out. It's just laying out where they're gonna go, and I give them credit for it. They're already, they're probably. I would lay a bet that they're gonna make a deal, and he's gonna be locked up without a trial. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to trial. But I did find something from criminal defense attorney Romas K. Makiadis.
That's his attorney, isn't it?
No, this is something I was looking up. It says multiple counts of first-degree murder can be charged based on alternative theories of murder. Whether it was intentional murder, murder through actions one knows will result in death, felony murder, where it dies during the defendant's commission of a felony, and other variations of those crimes. So that's how you can be charged with multiple counts on one body.
And it's true. And also, that's the degree of what he gets, too, for sentencing. Like, the mitigating factors are all the levels, is what they're saying. The mitigating factors have to do with whether it's first, second, or third degree in the sentencing requirements and things like that. So here's the thing. What if he tries to say it was a crime of passion, right? Yeah. Or what if he tries to say he was mentally ill? Right? Or what? And they can also say, what if he was already on parole for something else? I mean, that would be committing murder while already under the surveillance of another crime, so that would add to the sentencing too. What was the threat to his masculinity? I'm seeing that question from before. I guess it was when she threatened to cut off his balls.
Yeah, they got an argument, and she said she was going to cut his junk off.
and he repeated it in the backseat of the police car over and over again. Like, they really made a point to say he really repeated it a lot. Like, he was like, it was a thing. Okay. But yeah, he just felt threatened in some way with that statement, Granted, I don't know if she tried or not. We don't know. She's not able to tell us. She don't have a hit anymore. at all. But I can't believe that they actually watched him. Like they actually caught him in the act.
Yeah.
But here's where the legal part gets fascinating. That doesn't mean like he's going to go to jail for life like right now. They caught him in the act, sawing on that body with the machete in his hand. And we still don't know if he's going away for murder, because he could claim insanity. He could claim that he found the body and he was just trying to get rid of the evidence so he didn't get blamed for it. Yeah. Because you just saw him dismembering it. They didn't see him killing her.
Yeah.
He can claim anything he wants, prior. But I just don't know if he's going to. I mean, if he's really, I'm wondering if he's just going to go with it and just, I would like him to confess, tell us exactly everything that happened and tie it all up in a bow for Valentine's Day. That would be a great present, this week sometime, dude, if you hear me. I know you don't, but if the bloody Valentine, fairy hears me, that would be a nice present. Let's just tie this one all up. Let them confess, let them put it all out, let them just go done, guilty, 30 years, whatever, and tie it up. But well, that was nice. I guess, for bloody Valentine. It was messy, Jay. Thank you. It was bloody. You delivered.
Well, if you want to talk bloody.
Well, yeah, I do actually. Jersey girl and all.
we do have something to wrap the show up.
Of course.
You want to get into that, or do you want to wait just a minute?
Wait, no. I just want to ask them if they can guess where we're going next. Like, you saw what we're doing, right? You kind of see what we're doing. And I'm from Jersey, and Jay is well read and into a lot of, like, you hear the kind of stuff he reads and everything like that. So where do you think we're going next? What would be one of the most popular things if I said the Bloody Valentine episode? Where do you think we're going? Oh, here's a head on Happy Valentine's Day. Here's a head on a platter. Yes, I think it's disrespectful. It was on the floor. It should have been on a platter. It was a holiday.
It should have been in the soup.
Yes, it should have. Definitely.
Even Dexter knew to immediately put it in the bag when he cut it off.
That's right. Dexter is the cleanest, neatest serial killer on the planet. That guy's got a plan. I love me some Dexter. I wish I could have found more on Dexter for Valentine's Day. I want Dexter to be my Valentine, my imaginary Valentine for the day. Now I feel better. I'm just going to make him my Valentine for the day, and I'm okay.
Yes, Raven, he did admit that he did it.
Yeah, he admitted to it in the back of the car. He said, why? She kept
cut my balls off.
She tried to cut my balls off. Of course I did it. Of course I did. She made me do it. She tried to cut my balls off. It's all her fault. Yep. It's all her fault. So, chat, do you have any idea where Jay wants to go down? Like, Jay wants to talk to you about something. You have any idea? It's okay if you don't want to guess. Yeah. I know we did. We talked about, there's been several actually. Catherine Knight tried to boil up her ex, and she didn't like the way it tasted. She got really, really pissed off. Thank you, Mrs. Cassandra.
Ed Gein.
Yep, but Ed Gein also, he did put his mom's parts like around and stuff. Put the other lady's head there.
Dahmer's heads were in the fridge.
Yup, there were heads in the fridge, and and there were multiple parts of everything in several other ones. But no, we're not going to go actually with a serial killer. I'm just going to let Jay drop it on you, but because you're missing the point that of the East Coast and Jersey and all of that, and that's okay. It's a holiday. You're allowed. Your heads aren't there, but it's a bloody one. So happy bloody Valentine's. Let's go, Jay. Go on, drop it.
At 10:30 a.m. St. Valentine's Day, Thursday, February 14th, 1929, 7 men were murdered in a garage at 2122 North Clark Street in Lincoln Park neighborhood of the Chicago's North Side. They were shot by 4 men using weapons that included 2 Thompson submachine guns. 2 of the shooters were wearing police uniforms, while the others wore suits, ties, overcoats, and hats. Witnesses saw the men in police uniform leading the other men at gunpoint out of the garage after the shooting. The victims included 5 members of the Bugs Moran's Northside gang. Moran's second in command and brother-in-law, Albert Kolachek, also known as James Clark, was killed along with Adam Hayer, the gang's bookkeeper and business manager. Adam Weisenshark, who managed several cleaning and dyeing operations for Moran, and gang enforcers Frank Gusenberg and Peter Gusenberg. Two collaborators were also shot: Reinhard H. Schwimmer, a former optician turned gambler and gang associate, and John May, an occasional mechanic for the Marin gang. Chicago police officers arrived at the scene to find that Frank Gusenberg was still alive. He was taken to the hospitals where doctors stabilized him for a short time and police tried to question him. He had sustained 14 bullet wounds. The police asked him who did it, and he replied, "No one shot me." He died 3 hours later. Al Capone was widely assumed to have been responsible for ordering the massacre, despite being in Florida at the time of the massacre. The massacre was an attempt to eliminate Bugs Moran, and the motivation for the plan may have been the fact that some expensive whiskey illegally imported from Canada via the Detroit River had been hijacked while it was being transported to Cook County, Illinois.
It was bloody. It was one of the biggest massacres that we had. I mean, and here on the East Coast, we had plenty. In Chicago, we had plenty. The reason I keep saying Jersey is like the East Coast is inundated with mob stories and mobsters things. And, it's just part of it. I'm not trying to, make it bigger than anything that it is, but it is pretty big here on the East Coast, in New York, in Jersey, in Philadelphia. It is part of the same syndicate that's in Chicago, back and forth. Even the wars between Chicago and the East Coast that had happened, there's a lot of that. But that is one of the biggest, bloodiest ones, besides the one outside the Italian restaurant here in New York, which didn't have as many bodies, but was a little bit bloodier into the sense that the bodies were almost like cut in half with the bullets, as far as what the bodies looked like. But that's a massacre. That was good. And it's perfect day.
We brought that on because it's known as the St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Hey, does anybody know much about St. Valentine? St. Valentine, he was Roman. He was a clergyman, actually, or a bishop, they said, at that time. And did you know that St. Valentine's is named, this Valentine's tradition has nothing to do with what St. Valentine did? Nothing. There's no love, marriage, anything. It all happened after he died. Like, they all put all this stuff about Cupid and St. Valentine's Day. They all assigned it to him afterwards. It was nothing he promoted. He wasn't a peace, love, and get married and hook up guy at all. At all. It wasn't nothing to do with it. I just found that out last night. Jay, just reading around going, what the hell is this? Like, what is this holiday? And why do I have to buy a Hallmark card for it? Because I won't. I'm telling you, because I won't. I won't. Hallmark is not going to tell me how to celebrate or do anything. That's it. They're not going to do it. I'm not subscribing to that.
Pickle says you can visit the wall they lined up on and the actual guns used at the Mob Museum in Vegas.
Yep, you can. Like, it's a big thing. And we all, like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm fascinated by mob stories. I read all of their books.
You're from Jersey, so.
I know. I had, like, know the life you live in, like, know people. So, like, if you're going to live here in Jersey, read a book, like, read all the autobiographies, read all the truth. And I have to say, one of the, like, real life series, and Jay and I were talking about this before because I was surprised he had not watched it, but coming from he's not on the East Coast, I could see why. But I watched The Sopranos, and I have to say the actual real life twist on that, on how it might be around here, was pretty darn good. And also seeing all the scenery that was real, like Satriano's pork store and like all the bakeries and all the homes around in Montclair, coming here to the Jersey Shore and showing my convention hall, damn well walking through Ocean Grove, and my house is in there. But I'm not telling you which one it is because there's lots, so good luck trying to find it. But not my house now, but the one I moved from before I came over here to Central. But it was cool. But we didn't watch it just for that. I watched it because it was a great mob story. Like, the layers of this is real life, day to day. We're raising kids. We're a family. We're all just one happy, like, and the mob stuff on the side. It was great. And what it does to your head if one of them's crazy. And they're all, got to be a little crazy to do what they do. So anyway, it was pretty fun. And so I would say, like, check that one out.
I would have to disagree with you on that one.
Why?
Because it wouldn't be crazy, because that was the way they were brought up. That's the way the life was lived. So I wouldn't say that was crazy.
I don't mean crazy like have a mental illness. I mean crazy like that living of the dual lifestyle messes you up. He's in therapy during the whole series. You got to watch it, Jay. I don't mean crazy like go to a mental facility.
Oh, you're still talking Sopranos. I thought you were talking about mobsters in general.
No, mobsters in general also. That double life is going to lead you to a little bit of need for therapy. I'm sorry. Like you have, I'm sorry. Like, how are you, babe? Love you, Chicky. Let's take the kids to the park. And oh, by the way, wait a minute. I got to go axe off like 4 people. I'll be right back. Come on, Jay. Like, that's not normal. Like,
Yeah, it was normal for them.
Yeah, what I'm saying is it's a wild way to live and it's got to bleed in somewhere. So actually showing that part of it with a therapist and all, and plus they maybe had messed up life. Everybody could have a messed up life with how your parents raised you or something that happened when you were a kid or anything like that. But I found it very interesting. I don't think you'll be disappointed, Jay, if you take a peek at it. If you have some time, I just don't. I just don't. Yeah, Jay, he's so stubborn. Raven, he's so stubborn. But,
well, I gotta finish Persons of Interest, and then I'm moving on to The Mentalist. So
I love The Mentalist, but that's a long one to go into. That was quite a few season,
so I like it because the whole Red John thing. That is interesting.
I do. So. Except didn't they? But when you're done, I want your opinions on it because I got annoyed with how they kept doing that. Like they were pissing me off. Like I know it's TV, and they gotta hook you and they gotta keep you coming back to watch. But they really, they turned me from it.
My favorite thing about the whole thing is every episode. All 7 seasons.
Wait a minute. You stop talking about Mob right now. Right now, you are okay. You haven't watched The Godfather, and you're going to sit up here and try to talk to me about Mob? Not 1, not 2, not 3, not even 4. You didn't watch any of them, Jay?
I haven't watched any of The Godfathers.
Oh, that's it. Now, I don't know.
I have seen Casino. I have seen Heat. I have seen Goodfellas.
Goodfellas was good. That was funny, actually. Goodfellas was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Goodfellas was pretty Jersey for me too, like that New York vibe. Even no matter where it was from, it was like everybody talking the way they did and everything. It was like
Casino was fantastic.
Casino was great, but Jay, the research guy with all the back history, you're missing the classics.
I know, and I even have the collector's edition with all 3 of them in it, and I still haven't watched it.
You have the collector's edition, and you have Jay, the Bear's giving you homework. Oh, that's it. That's it, Raven. I'm going to help you here. Jay, you are not allowed to speak the word mobster, gang, or brutal mob killing on this channel until you do your research. You go back there. You watch those. I can't believe I'm doing you a favor here, Jay. I'm doing you a favor. Go watch those. They are not time lost at all.
Yeah, I did see Donnie Brasco too. I like
that.
Quite a few mob movies. I just haven't watched The Godfather.
Oh, for that! I'm blown away. Raven, you
Untouchables is probably one of my all-time favorite movies.
I love those. I love that. I love that movies. And I went back and I got the black and white series too. The Avengers and all of that stuff. But anyway.
Yeah, I remember the old Avengers. Yep. Yeah, The Godfather's just never been one I wanted to sit down and watch. Like I said, I've watched all the other ones. Is
it a time thing? Because they are.
No, because I just watched the extended version of The Lord of the Rings not that long ago, all 3 movies. So it's not time crunch.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll give you, if you either watch the Godfather movies, at least one of them, and Raven has to actually confirm that you watched it from the beginning to the end, because I'm getting the feeling that you might fall asleep halfway and try.
No, I don't fall asleep during movies. Okay,
but either that or start watching The Sopranos before you're allowed to even say the word mobster or gang on my channel.
Gangster.
No. I'll mute you, dude. I look like I got the power. Here you go.
Gangster.
Yeah, we're not having that. He just don't play fair, does he? No, stop. You need to play fair. No, you need to play fair. But
they put one of ours in the hospital. You put one of theirs in the morgue.
That's it. There's a famous quotes everywhere. Like, this is good. Hey, go to Twitter, people, and just put your favorite, Bloody Valentine Day quotes out there for the make my day. Just make my day. But there you go. Thank you, Mrs. Cassandra. And thank you, Mrs. Cassandra, for putting Chashas out there too. Okay, so actually, I just want to say thanks, guys. Do you have anything else, Jay? Because I'm happier now about Valentine's Day. I got my blood filled. I got my blood going here.
No, I think that's it. Wednesday. So tomorrow morning we're covering Moses over on Cults and Conspiracy. What the Raelians say about Moses.
In other words, we're going to be reading Bible quotes again that they put out that they tried to translate that make no sense whatsoever. And
it is such a fun time.
And we're going to try not to get a headache, and we're trying not to laugh, and we're going to try to understand what they're saying. But we've not been doing really good with it because we fail. We fail at understanding what the hell these crazy people are trying to get at. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. But it is entertaining. So that will be Wednesday morning at 7:30. Yep. Yes, tomorrow is Tuesday. I called him Raven. I'm correct.
Oh, you're right. Tomorrow is Tuesday. So not Tuesday.
That's right.
Not tomorrow.
No, Wednesday. Wednesday
good,
morning.
I was not wanting to get up
at
like 6:30 tomorrow morning.
It's good. You don't. You could go watch The Godfather instead. But okay, so Wednesday, you got the day free tomorrow to watch The Godfather. No excuses. You just just put it out there. So Wednesday at 7:30 over at Hereticals channel. I'll put the link on the back of my community, and also you'll see it on Twitter within a little bit, so that you can get over there if you're interested in watching us try to translate those Bible things. It's amusing, and I realize it's early, so and then Thursday we'll be back on your channel, won't we, Jay?
7 p.m. We're going to be covering Dennis Nielsen. That one's from over in Jeff's neck of the woods.
This is a UK killer. Okay, just so that you know, there's some interesting ones there, and I found it a little interesting. It's actually a nice hit. I think you guys will enjoy it. It's always a good time over on Jay's channel.
There is no acid baths in this one, but there are flushings of body parts down the drain. So
it's the you remember we were joking about the plumber?
Yeah,
this is the one. This is the
guy.
plumber.
This is the plumber.
This is the plumber. Oh, Tina, Tina.
See, now I don't feel so bad. Thank you, Tina.
I don't know, people. I can't. These are classics. I mean, classics. But I understand. You're all young too. I'll give you grace. Yeah.
You know what, Krabby? If you ever want to sit down and have a chat with somebody, I am willing to sit down and have that chat with you.
Exactly. Yeah, if you do.
No judgment. No judgment. I would love to hear your story.
No judgment. Open ears. Anytime. Anytime, love, actually. That's how we are.
I would love to hear your story because you have got some interesting, just a little comments you put here and there just are fascinating. I'd love to hear more. So if you ever get the tickle, let me know and we'll have a discussion.
Yep. So no, I would like, I do, because there's always something interesting, always has an interesting angle on a lot of it. So I can see where that comes from.
And you can, so yeah, that's all I've got. You can also find me on Twitter under True Serial and Instagram under True Serial. And then every Friday morning, Wednesdays and Fridays on Hereticals. So.
Yep, and I'll be over there too. We're gonna have a good time this Friday morning.
I'm not sure what's going on this Friday, but I know next Friday Chris has said it's supposed to be the fundies. So
yeah, if Chris's schedule works out, that's what we're supposed to be doing. But with all these boomerangs that are going around with the schedules, I'm not sure. But that was the plan a week ago. So we'll see. But so you'll see us both over there on Hereticals on Friday morning. That will be at 6 a.m., not at 7:30. And then after that, I will be with Jamal on his Say It Be It channel, which will also be advertised on my community channel. We're going to be covering channel culture. And I'm really looking forward to that conversation with some of my favorite panelists, Xylee, Commentary, Kelly, Josh, Jamal, myself, and whoever else he's going to bring up for that one. I'm looking forward to it because that's always a great conversation. They always have some great takes on stuff. And then, of course, after that, where we're going to be on Friday night, right, people? On Friday night? I mean, I know it's only Monday, but I'm actually really looking forward to Friday. I got ideas. Like, I got some plans. I'm looking forward to Friday. I hope you all have a great week. We'll see you on the streets, on the YouTube streets all over, right, Jay? And,
here's a thought for next Monday. If you don't have an idea for next Monday's show, how about Baba Yaga?
I got plans for next Monday, but I got plans. I got my own. Listen, Jay. What? Let me just clarify something so you two don't get the wrong idea. If anybody doesn't think that this bear is not already contented out for 6 weeks ahead, you got something else. I like to prepare. I do like to wing it. But I saw Baba Yaga. Thank you, Raven. But you tossed it to me. I caught it, and I'm already in my mind. I got something special planned for Baba. Baba deserves something special, but because that was very, very entertaining, Raven, and I'm definitely going to do something different with that one. But this time it is going to be a surprise, Jay. Zeal. I'm putting it in the vault. Zipped it up. There we go. But anyway, no, I don't. It's going to be updates on Monday unless you toss me another hatchet job or something like that. You show me, if you throw me an axe, a machete, or a nice knifing, probably fit it in. But,
well, you know, I could probably find something.
I know, but we're going to do Nielsen on Monday. What I'd like to do is, if the updates are light, I'd like to add a new, a quick case on the end, like we've been doing. It's all, I don't mind doing them both together, so it's fine. So anybody has anything, toss it. Just don't make it a deep dive for Monday. Don't be disappointed if I don't add it right away. I do take notes on everything you're sending me. They are all somehow, some way in the works. Just working on it all because it's all good. Like, I love every bit of it. Sometimes I get a DM. I don't know about you, Jay, but I go off on like hours then researching what they say.
I don't get DMs. Nobody talks to me. No, seriously, I don't.
You know why? DMs. You know why? You know why? You didn't watch the goddamn Godfather. Like, you've been it's like. That's all I have to say. Watch The Godfather, catch up with The Sopranos, and then we'll talk. I
think it's because I know they know if they get it to you, it will get to me.
Yes, it does. We do share. I do share it eventually, and I love the interaction, and I love everything you guys have said. I love it. I research it all. I do. I look into it, all of it, and I'm truly enjoying it. So thank you, Murder Minions, and thank you, Murder Minions, who have joined the library and for being patient. We set up the rooms. You can talk there. We haven't done our first voice discussion, but we are planning that really soon. And yes, I am on the channel, so I will say Jay did win the debate by default because Lizzie did do it. Lizzie did it.
Yeah, she did do it. But I'll get back to that just this half a second. Yes, Krabby, you do email me, and I was going to say I do get some DMs, but so I can't say I don't get any. But yes, I told you Lizzie did it. I told you didn't do it from the start, and and you didn't believe me. You thought she did, and then somebody decided to hit you with some facts, and now she's
but the facts. Wait a minute. The facts. The facts that I was given. Let's be clear. I have to say that all right. When I say Lizzie did it, I don't mean Lizzie did it. I mean that. No. See. When Jay says Lizzie didn't do it, right? Because she didn't get convicted, right? She got off on it.
No, that's not why I'm saying she didn't do it. I'm saying she didn't do it because she didn't do it.
Okay, so my argument is Lizzie did do it, and she didn't get convicted of it because there was other arguments that didn't come forward as to what she was doing to get away with it. And the person who sent me the stuff didn't send me evidence that proved that Lizzie was innocent. What they proved was that my arguments that I was going forward wouldn't have worked because there was actually a totally different conspiracy that did work that proved that she probably did do it, but there was other people involved in the reasons. So I didn't have a strong enough argument. So let's just be clear. I defaulted because of facts, because I didn't have enough facts to go against Jay. But I still think she did it. I still think she did it. I'm not backing off on that. I'm saying I
like
can't
Raven
debate
said,
him.
Debate's back on. Someone tell Chris.
No, I don't have enough to debate him. Like, I'm not going to come with a half-assed argument. Like, it really has to be backed up. Like, if I'm going to bother to debate him, it's going to be good because I don't like to lose. Like, I don't lose. Like, so the person that sent me this actually saved me from embarrassing myself. That's all. And I appreciate it because I don't want that, I don't want that at all. So on that, I will see you all out in the YouTube streets, out there on Twitter, and of course on Wednesday or back on Jay's channel on Thursday with more crime, blood. Happy bloody Valentine's Day, everybody. I'll see you soon. Okay. Bear out. You got anything else, Jay? Because I'm heating the button.
Take care of yourself, everyone. Take care of you and yours.
Okay. Bear out.
Bye.